back to Baseball Moms. Jenny, how are you? It's so good, right? It's summertime.
Yeah,
What can
my
be
favorite
better?
time of the year, right?
Yes, like you're tanner. I feel blonder. I go to the pool a lot, and I don't work in the summer, so it is pretty nice to kind of not be on a schedule and then just worry about baseball times, right?
I mean, unfortunately, I do have to work, but it's every week. It's kind of looking forward to getting those schedules out, like when do we play? Who do we play? And
Yes.
yeah, I'm kind of it's the fun time of the year, right?
Yes, and luckily you're able to leave work when you have to for baseball.
Yes,
right?
I'm save those vacay days so that you can use them
smart.
when it really counts,
Yeah.
which is baseball season, right?
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I first want to congratulate Jace on being Conference Player of the Year.
Thanks.
Jenny, what a stud. I mean, when I saw that posted, I was just like, yay, Jace. I mean, last time when he was here and we met him, I mean, such a humble, well-spoken young man. Certainly someone that wouldn't bat flip, I'm sure.
Good Lord, no.
Let's not get started on that. I can't get on my high horse about that today. But I was just so excited, and my mama heart was just bursting for you when I saw that. And I mean, what an accomplishment as a sophomore. So I just wanted, if Jace is watching, congratulations. Aunt Tiff is very proud of you. I mean, and Jenny, what were your thoughts when you found that out?
It was really exciting. I actually, it's funny. He sent it to me in a text. He's like, "Mom," and I was like just
nonchalant.
And I'm like,
guess
"Oh my
what,
gosh,
Mom?
oh my gosh," And I, of course, you're super proud.
Yes.
And when he finally came home, I was able to talk to him, and he's very humble. He's very shy, but he's like, yeah, he just does not. He is not a big me. So it was fun.
Sure.
But it is kind of crazy to think it's like, oh my gosh, when you work hard and these kinds of things, you're just like, it's kind of fun to see that hard work does pay off sometimes.
Yeah, it sure does. That's awesome. I was just so happy for him. And, when good things like that happen to even better people, it's even kind of more special, I think. So I'm so happy for him.
Thanks.
So congrats.
Thank you.
I'm sure he's doing well this summer season.
Yes, we actually just started. I know some of the teams have kind of had a couple tournaments under their belt, but we had a scrimmage 2 weekends ago, which was fun, and then last weekend was our first actual tournament. We traveled out of town to Iowa, and that was our official first. Let's go. So
let's go.
Yeah.
Now, did you see the Field of Dreams?
We didn't. So that was on my bucket list, and I kept thinking
Yes.
that was something we were going to do. And then you know how it goes. You get there, and
sometimes game times don't work out.
Yeah, we kind of got there, and then it just never quite the way we traveled with one of our really good friends.
Yeah.
And their kiddos team was playing. And it was nice because our games kind of lined up, but it was one and then another and then together. And so it just never really worked out to be able to go. So we unfortunately did not, but yeah.
I mean, we have plenty of baseball life left.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's great. That's always been a bucket list item of mine. I mean, such a good movie. I remember watching it with my parents when I was really young and thinking, I'm going to go there someday. I mean, how surreal. And we've known people that have gone there and they've played tournaments there. And wow, what a neat place to go. I hope that's on our tournament schedule sometime before Coop goes off to college.
Well, I don't know about there, but I did think of some pros and cons when I was in Iowa because I had not been to Iowa for tournaments yet.
Sure.
We've been a lot of places, and it was a first for me in Iowa. We actually went to Prospect Meadows Sports Complex, so I'd never played there. It was all high school teams, so that was fun. I was like, you know what? When we get back and do the show, I am going to give a little bit of some thumbs up and some thumbs downs. Just
Perfect.
My kind of takes on the field, on all the things, so that perhaps if you guys go there, if any of our viewers go there, if you're looking for tips, tricks.
She's got it.
Yes. So couple things to know if you're traveling to Iowa, if you're going to Prospects Meadows, things I did not know. So Iowa apparently has murder gnats. Now, I was told that that's probably not the actual term for the gnats. I'm going to tell you it should be. These gnats.
Did you see them murder somebody though? For
Me.
real? They murdered.
About me, yes.
On your back.
I mean, it's everywhere. And other people, when they came the next day, which we came ready to fight back. However, the first day, it was pretty windy, so you didn't notice until the later games. These, I mean, they come at you. It's so good. And it's just, they're gross in general. But it stings. Like
They hurt?
Yes.
Oh no.
They sting. And so we did ask when we got back that night, we said, what are they?
Can we do?
And they said, welcome to Iowa.
Oh,
and they're just terrible. Mm-hmm. So let me tell you that the next morning we were like, yes, this is not going to work. So we went to Walmart and we were looking for the strongest, the biggest, the baddest gnat spray we could find. And we asked one of the workers, we're like, these murder gnats that you have, what works on them?
What can we do?
And the guy told us, they're like, nope, can't get it here. You got to go to Hy-Vee. Oh. We're like, okay. We're like, we will go to Hy-Vee. What is it? And they told us it's called Bug Soother. It's in a green little container.
Bug Soother.
Yeah, Bug Soother, Soother. That's the only thing that works. It has some kind of lemon something and vanilla that they do not like. So I loaded up on the stick, the sprays, I bought it in all kinds of things. Went back to the field, sprayed myself down. I was looking for one of those bee suits, even with the netting, but I could not find it. So
really funny.
I would do it. So we got that and it did work. So just FYI, and then all the parents borrowed it, and then I had to go back on one of our breaks and stock up for others. So that was a thumbs down. Okay. Also, if you're there, no restrooms. It's only Johnny's.
Oh yeah,
only Johnny's.
You know, the more you talk, the more I realize how much of a diva I am. I can't do bugs. I can't do porta potties.
And day one on a porta potty, I think I would
have left Cooper there and been like, I'm going home.
Yeah, it was okay.
Hitchhike home.
On day one. But then by day 3.
No, is there a gas station around? Because my friends and I always drive to it.
It wasn't terrible. But here's the thing. To walk down to where your cars are parked.
Is it a mile away?
It was a far.
You're not really selling Iowa on me. I don't think I'll skip the Field of Dreams.
And the food,
I don't like this.
I know we talk about concession stuff, but I even think you would do a thumbs down.
I tried concession food.
I tried
cheeseburgers?
Day one cheeseburger. Jenny. It was a no-go, and then the pretzel was hard. So that was no, and then it was June. Like you're ready to start getting your tan on, a little bit of sun. Yeah. It was windy, and it was cold. And the only positive of the windy was it kept the murder gnats away. Other than that, when the wind went down, that was it. So there are some positives I will throw, because we always got to end with positives. You always can find positives. So though the fields are like 1.5 miles away, there are like little golf cart shuttles that will stop at each of the fields and take you to your car. So that's a positive.
Oh, wow.
And the second positive I found that I appreciated is, though they charge you, your bracelets to get into a tournament that you already paid for your kid to play in the tournament and then paid for the teams for your kids to be on the team to play in the tournament, they actually give discounts to military and law enforcement. And that's a big pro in my book, and I appreciated that. So that was a positive.
Because you're in law enforcement?
Yes.
Yes, so you got your discount.
I did. It was 50% off, so that was fantastic.
I am all for the vets, police officers getting, that you guys should get free drinks at every gas station and half off your gas too.
Right.
I'm all for people that serve our country and police that do.
So that was my take. That's what I have for you in Iowa. So there are, the fields were nice, like they were fine. I did like the fields and it was fine, but I don't know. It's a toss-up. So there you go. There's the takeaways. Bug Soother if you're going. Don't not take your warm stuff because you just don't know what you're getting in Iowa. So
I love how informative you are. Okay, couple questions, Jenny.
Okay.
because Jace is left-handed. Coop's
Yes.
left-handed. If it's windy, I always pray that it's to right field. The wind's going to right field. Did that happen? Or were you just too busy getting murdered by gnats? You probably didn't. If it's windy, I always say, like, where's the flags going?
It's like, he had a couple great hits, but more fun is he played right, and there were a couple fantastic hits at him that dropped, but he was able to gun a kid out at home.
Good, not surprised.
And gun a kid out at third. See ya.
Yeah.
So that was fun for Mama to watch. It was like, not today, not on my son.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Get him out there. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm not surprised with how hard he throws either. But you know what I mean by right field. The ball can carry over the fence.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, but that's okay. First tournaments, I'm like, we'll just see,
whether it goes over the fence or just carries it further, you know.
Hey, the way I see it, as long as he gets on base and then someone else's job, they can go ahead and put it over and he can come on home.
There you go.
And you guys traveled, right?
We did. We went to Cincinnati from like Wednesday through Sunday and got home late Sunday, and we had a lot of fun. It was terrific. And opposite of your experience with the gnats, we like got out there and we're like, I don't even think I saw a bug. I mean, there's no cicadas. No cicadas. Now, we live in a neighborhood where there's trees everywhere, and the cicadas were so bad a couple weeks back that I would get out of my car from coming home from somewhere and my watch would go off saying loud environment because the cicadas were so loud. I mean, so many cicadas in our neighborhood. Now they're dying off, and it was nice not to deal and battle with those because we had played 2 tournaments prior and we were, the cicadas were a force. So we went out there and no cicadas, so celebration there. We played in some awesome facilities. Obviously, they're all turf, but we played at some colleges. I think the coolest one was the University of Cincinnati. We played there. We made it to the championship game. So we played 6 games. So 3 of our 6 games were at the University of Cincinnati, which is really, really neat. I think it was probably the best field, or Cooper said that was his favorite field he had played on. So it was awesome. It was just a real neat experience, and that was really cool. I have a couple notes here. We went to a Reds game on last Friday night, and I'll tell you what, that stadium is like beautiful. And we got there. We sat in the hold on a second. I always get my right and left mixed up. Isn't that awful? Left field, kind of high up. And their stadium, though, like when you're looking over, like it overlooks the Ohio River. So beautiful. We just kept seeing boats going back and forth. I mean, besides they played the Cubs, so they beat the Cubs. Our boys were definitely cheering against the Cubs,
Of course.
Of course. And they have something really cool in right center. It's like a boat. I mean, I'm not joking, Jenny. It's like, not a little boat, a real big boat. I mean, people should Google it. It's in right center. It's huge. And if you've been there, I mean, I kind of was just staring at it for a while and thinking, gosh, I really wonder, and I did not Google this. I should have before I came on, but I wonder if that was one time a working boat. Like have you ever been on, like, the riverfront, like the Mark Twain riverboat they have on the riverfront? It kind of looks something like that. And like people had seats in there and they were watching, and there was concessions. So I was wondering if it was a real live boat one time and they just like kind of, when they built the stadium, just kind of shoved it in there. But it was beautiful. And then the coolest thing I thought, at the end on every Friday night, they have a fireworks show on their home.
Nice.
And so we watched the fireworks shows. And this isn't anything that's like rinky-dinky 10 minutes long. It was a good half hour. And it was just beautiful. And on top of that, no bugs. Bonus. Beautiful night. Like, I think I was in like a long sleeve shirt and leggings. I mean, it was comfortable, it wasn't too hot and sticky. Well, now it's starting to get hot and sticky out here. I mean, it was just so beautiful. And the boys had a good time. They were making friends with people around them. And Cincinnati, I mean, the fans were terrific. So I highly recommend going to one of those games if you're in town on a weekend and they're in town. We have one of our, I call her our team mom. She's terrific. Her husband's from Cincinnati. So she kind of hooked us up with all these great ideas. Another thing to eat, I think when you go to Cincy, there's something called Skyline Chili. I don't know if you've heard of it. You've heard of it, Brian? Yeah. Brian, I don't know if you've tasted it, but I'll tell you my take on it. Now, that was just recommended to us. And of course, the person that recommended it said, Tiffany, it's an acquired taste, which right away when someone says that to me, like I'm the most picky eater. I am so picky. Like I have like 5 food groups and I'll eat them all and I'll rotate them every day. Not a big going outside of my regular food. So, but anyway, we had to try it. It wasn't even with the boys, me and my friend, Jen, we went there by ourselves before the Reds game and we ate there because the boys, I don't even want to go into why people like Cane's. Do you like Cane's?
I like Cane's, yeah.
Oh, golly.
I do.
Okay. Well, let's get back on the chili.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
I got to hear about the chili.
I don't want to like put down any local establishments. Let me just put down the Cincinnati establishment. So not everybody had, okay, so I also work with a bunch of guys and I was texting one of them that's from Ohio and he's like, Tiffany, he texted me back. He's like, you have to try it. It is the best thing in America. So I'm thinking, I'm patriotic. I'm going to give this a shot. Go in there. I mean, it's definitely an acquired taste. I mean, it has like, it tastes like it has a lot of cinnamon in it, which I'm a cinnamon person.
Yeah.
But I didn't, with the chili. It was just okay. But nevertheless, I'm glad we tried it. And I can say I've tried it. And I can say if we ever go back, I won't try it again. I got like their chili mac, which I'm a big fan of. But I'm also a big fan of Steak and Shake's chili mac. And I think Steak and Shake was a little better than that. But probably unpopular opinion. But anyway, but give it a try if you want to. If you go out there, Jenny.
I would probably try it. I mean, when I went to Mexico, they said you're supposed to eat, I think it's the crickets or something, because it's something that you do there. So I did try one.
Jenny, no, you don't do that. You don't
Yes,
eat nuts.
I did. They said it's supposed to taste like chicken. It did not. It was very salty and it was not good, but I can say I did it. And I can say that it was not an acquired taste for me and I'll never do it again either. So there, yeah.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh my
YOLO.
gosh.
You just gotta do
Jenny, I tried chili. You tried a bug. Jenny, well, that is awesome. I mean, I think, I might need to throw up real quick. You really tried, was it like seasoned? Was it a cricket?
Yeah.
Did it look like a cricket when you made it?
It did. It was in some kind of thing that looked like yogurt almost, and it was seasoned, and you just scoop it and try it, and I did, but
I think that's great that you're that adventurous.
Yeah,
There's no way in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Good for you. My chili doesn't seem that big of a deal anymore. So that's about it. I mean, it was a really fun experience. And these are experiences I have to remind like Cooper, like you wouldn't have these if we didn't do travel ball. And make sure you're appreciative. It's stuff that, that baseball's taken us places that we wouldn't necessarily go otherwise. I mean, I wouldn't plan a trip to Cincinnati, Ohio, but it was, we're really thankful we got to experience it, and I would definitely go back, and it was just a neat city. So
that's what I always say. It's like, it's fun because of course the baseball is amazing, but it is seeing different things, trying different things.
Yeah.
And being able to say, oh, I've been there, I've done that. It's just kind
Here's
of
some recommendations.
Mark it off the list. Yeah. So it's kind of fun to be able to tell other people, well, I've actually been there. So if you're going, hey, do this, don't do this, or at least try it, or this was my take on it. However, everyone's different. So
right. That's really nice. And with all your baseball circle, you can get a lot of different ideas from moms,
Exactly.
So that's awesome. So anything else you want to add about Iowa? How far was the drive to where
it was
you were going?
Actually closer than I thought. It was under 4 hours. I for some reason thought it was going to be further, but it wasn't. And
that's nice.
Yeah, it was. And I also liked that our hotel had a bar in the bottom of it, and they had a curfew. It cut off at 10 o'clock, so I didn't even have to have my own curfew. Like, it gave me a curfew. It was amazing.
To drink and stop, to stop drinking.
And to know that, go to bed. It was so awesome.
Go to bed.
Yeah. There's just things that I'm
like, they charge you extra for that? That's
no,
awesome.
but I feel like they know baseball moms.
Yeah,
they were like,
let's not have any fights in those.
They're probably just the moms get to talking and this and that. And so they're just like, we're going to have to cut them off so that they go to sleep at a respectable time.
So you can wake up the next morning. Now, here's a question. Does your team so every time we go out of town, we have one team dinner and then we normally plan like an activity as a team. And sometimes we just order pizza and meet in the hotel lobby. I mean, do you guys do any of that?
So,
or are you on your own?
Well, here's the thing. So with Jace's team, he is new to Legacy. He's on Ringy's team, and he joined the team in the fall. And we had one in-town tournament last year because the fall there wasn't a ton of tournaments. So this is our first.
I gotcha. It's your first out of town.
Yes.
Right.
So we are just learning. So I'm not really sure, but so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, you let me know, girl.
To be determined.
Yeah.
But everything about the team so far we are loving and super thankful to be a part of. They're great. Jace is absolutely having the time of his life, and it's only an off season and a few tournaments in, and he loves it. So so I can't say enough good things about it. Yeah.
Good, Jenny. That's so exciting. That's so awesome. Well, you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I think we should say thanks to Prime Sports Midwest and Game 7.
Of course.
And Prime Sports is actually building a new store right by my house.
Isn't that fun?
I am so excited we don't have to drive to Fenton. I mean, all is right in the world. It's baseball season. It's summer. I'm tan Brian, and we're going to have Prime Sports like 2 miles away. So
it's awesome, right?
Thank you for the support for our show. Yeah, it's awesome.
And tell them to remember to subscribe. Make sure they hit the little button so that they do not miss our episodes because,
you know what? Jenny's training me here. She's Batman. I'm Robin. So you heard it from Batman. Subscribe. And if you guys have any comments on Cincinnati or Iowa, or anything just in general, if you want to suggest places that some other teams may be going and suggest some places to eat or things to do, we're up for that too, because as long as it's not eating crickets, we're good.
I'll try it. So. Until next time, bye guys.
Bye.
Boom.